Hello everybody. My daughter has been after me to make videos of my trapping, just like Trapping Inc. and Trapping World, and said, Dad, you can do that. So I'm fairly new to trapping. Did it a bunch when I was a kid, but only back into it in the last 3 to 4 years. So I'm gonna show you my first set of the season. It's October 20th. After a few beaver that are probably going to drown or freeze out anyway, I'll show you a picture of the slough and I'll show you what I've done. I've also set one muskrat set, my version of a muskrat float. So this is the slough that I'm trapping. It's just a small slough in a farmer's field. I've been knocking trees down into the crop. And with a lower water table this year, I'm pretty much positive that they're gonna drown out, or freeze out, I mean. So this is my version of a muskrat float. I have a conibear on each end with some parsnip on the trigger, and I also have, I believe it's a number 1 coil spring and parsnip there for the bait, another coil spring there, and another conibear at the other end. The best I've ever done on one of these is 3 out of the 4 traps filled. So just a few feet away, you can see I've built a fence on this run. And a conibear with a drown wire again, another one of the runs straight out from the house, the exact same set, another fence with a conibear in there, and then just on the other side, the exact same set again. And there's the house. Total depth of water there is about 3 feet, and that'll be about the deepest in the whole slough. That's why I believe that they're gonna freeze out. There's one of the little guys that we're after. Scared him a little. He'll be back. Oh, there's another one. Scrapping. Hi again. I just thought I'd show you a little closer up view of the floats, the muskrat floats that I use. Got all the way out here and realized that I had taken conibears off of the ends of these ones last fall. Not sure what I was thinking. Just used a couple of old fence rails, cut them about 2.5 feet long, just the cross boards here. Originally I did have the traps down here, thinking that that's the way the muskrats were going to come. They were going to come in here, up and up to the carrot or parsnip. Not the case. I've had far more luck if I drop the traps right in the middle, get them all tucked right in here. There's the odd time that one trap will knock the other trap off, but I've definitely had more success that way. Really cheap, easy, quick way to build a float. I know for the guys that are going backcountry and packing them a long ways, definitely not very economical, but also something that you could build back in the bush really quickly with just a couple of spruce poles. Anyway, I'll get these set, show you a few, and talk to you soon. So a few years ago, when I got back into trapping, not wanting to spend a lot of money, I picked up whatever old trap from whoever I could. Here's a pretty cool old trap. Not sure how old it is, but it's definitely got a different trigger system. Just thought I'd show you guys quick. Hi again. Just about to set my last float. Just about getting too dark on me to go to the next area that I was going to set for a few beaver. So I've set about a dozen floats, all in the same description as what you've seen. It's on about a quarter of a mile of slough right along the road. So I've just been setting in the ditch. It's quick and easy to check, and until I have more time during the winter and get into trapping a little bit heavier, this is kind of what I have time for. So anyway, this is kind of what it looks like. It's got a little area of water, a little wider than the ditch. It does go back into big slough over that direction, and also on the other side of the road over here. It goes back probably about half a mile on both sides of the road. It's a beautiful evening, probably 5 or 6 degrees, not a breath of wind. You can hear the combines running. Guys are trying real hard this year to get finished up. It's been a terrible year for them, but the last little while has been much nicer weather, so wish them lots of luck. This is going to be the last little segment for this evening, for October 20th. When I come back and check the traps, I'll bring you along. Quite often I don't do fall rat trapping, even though it is one of the most enjoyable times in a trapper's season, I believe. You hear the wildlife, the waterfowl, and it's not 40 below and freezing your fingers. Get to go and see them swimming and all that kind of stuff. And rats are a lot of fun to work with after you have caught them, to skin them and stretch them, and really easy and really good for beginners. With the rat prices and beaver prices and stuff being so low, if I didn't enjoy it so much, and also for the health of the population. I don't trap strictly because I enjoy doing it. I also believe that it's really good for the animals. I know that sounds a little strange, but if I can control the population and they don't die of disease and Mother Nature being really cruel, if I can do it quickly and humanely, that's more why I do it. It sounds really stupid, but I trap because I like the animals, not the other way around. Anyway, that's a little deep, but when I come to check traps, probably tomorrow, I'll bring you guys along. Hope you have a great evening. Morning, everybody. So it's the morning of October 21st, and we're just going in to check the traps on that little slough that I showed you yesterday. Here's muskrat float. We're missing one trap for sure. It's usually a good sign. Oh, I think I even see a tail sticking up. There's one in the conibear. Oh, and he just knocked the coil spring off. These number 1 coil springs are really tough to get set light enough for muskrats. I thought I was doing a good thing by buying them. Thought the extra weight would drown them faster and stuff, but they're almost too powerful for a muskrat. Okay, give me a sec and we'll go check the beaver traps. Yesterday when I was describing my sets and said that I had a fence with a 330 and a drown wire, lots of people would wonder what the heck I was talking about, a drown wire on a conibear. The only thing I do is at the bottom where the stick goes into the mud, I also wire it down so that even if the beaver is only caught by a front foot or something, there's no way for him to pull the trap up above the water. So I get it stuck into the mud as far as I can. The trap will go into the fence like this, and I'll have it wired solid. So this is fence number 2. Don't see anything out of the ordinary, can't tell for sure. So just brought a little stick along that I can run in front. Oh, here again I would suggest the trap's out of place. But doesn't feel like there's anything in it. Looks like a strike too. Okay, I'll get it pulled out and let you know. So in that last trap, guess what you'd call a rookie mistake, the safeties were left on. Anyway, just coming up to trap number 3, the last one in this slough. Using the stick again to see if we can feel anything under there and not have to reset. Oh, this looks a little more promising. And we got a little guy, probably, oh, just this year's kit. Okay, I will reset and meet you a little farther down the line. Okay, we're just back at what we should call a quarter-mile slough so that you all know what I'm talking about. Just heading to my first set. Let's go see what we got. Looks like a big fat nothing. Not even anybody chewing at the parsnip. Well, I think I'm going to put some carrot on instead of parsnip, and I think I'll add the 2 conibears. I remembered to bring them today. See you at the next set. Okay, so I'm just heading into my second set. This is the only colony trap that I have. I had bought one last year and I had terrible luck with it. Hope we have a little better luck this year, or I won't be buying or making any more. Anyway, they're supposed to come, lift that, go in, eat at the bait, then they go down that center hole, and once they go down the center hole, they can't get out. There's a cage underneath, and it looks like we have nothing in this one either. Nope. Okay, see you at the next trap. This area probably does have the least amount of rats in the whole slough, so I guess we'll try and be a little bit fair. Okay, see you at the next trap. So I got called away and I'm just back at the line again. So it's afternoon now, just going to check the third set here. This is not performance. Had a miss on one trap, the other one's not even set off. Oh, I'll get it reset. I've brought carrot now instead of parsnip. Parsnip was the first time I'd ever tried it. So far I don't think that it works as good as the carrots in this area. So like I said yesterday, when I was just getting back into trapping, I bought a bunch of old traps. This is a old 120, I'm not sure which brand. I've looked and looked, can't find it. It's not the best trigger system. It takes a lot of movement on the triggers to set them off. I'm sure that if I played around with it and adjusted them and stuff, I could probably make them better. But when I put a carrot on the trigger, I figure muskrat's pulling pretty hard on that carrot. But these ones are actually really easy to set, and for a muskrat, they're just about ideal. I also bought some others, and these are closer to the new modern traps. They're still not legal. These are Belials, or like not legal for mink and that kind of stuff. But are they ever hard to set by hand? You basically need a trap setter. So when you're dealing with a bunch of muskrats, they make it really tough. So the old traps that don't have as much spring pressure do a very quick job on a muskrat. But I'm running out of those ones. I'm putting them back on the floats like I had shown you yesterday. But now I'm just about back to having to use these tougher ones. Anyway, better keep at it. It's been a bit of a disappointing start. I think I'm on float number 5 or 6. But this one looks a little bit more productive. One little guy right there. He got, sorry, one little guy right there. And what else do we have here? Oh, this trap was just set off. But the bait is gone, and there's obvious sign that there's more rats around. So I'll get this reset. I'm probably going to put a couple of conibears on this one as well, and head over to the other one and check it out. Okay, just heading into the next float. There's enough of a breeze, and it's only probably +2 or 3. Sticking your hands in this cold water doesn't take long to know that it gets darn cold. Oh, missing one trap anyway. Ha! Unbelievable. Bait's gone, one trap set off, one of these old traps. Oh well, I'll get the new conibears on here and we'll change things. There, just showing you that I've got the new conibears on there, everything's reset. I intentionally leave one of the safeties on it. These traps are so powerful that I've caught rats where it's absolutely done a whole bunch of damage to their hide. With the lighter traps, I take both of them off, but on these powerful ones, I leave one of the safeties on. So hopefully we have better luck tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next two sets. They're on opposite sides of the road. Bait is gone, and I can see one trap up top, and hopefully the other one has something, otherwise a real unlucky day. So I assume this one was just set off when the other one caught something, or I'm hoping. There we go. There's a nice big rat. Okay, we'll head over. Oh, look at this. His tail's been nipped off. Probably fighting or something. Anyway, we'll head over to the other set. Well, one trap is gone. They hardly touched this bait. I still don't think the parsnip is as good as the carrots. Yeah, this trap is set off and nothing in it. Wow. Okay, I'll get these reset and I'll show you the next ones. We're basically at our last two floats. Take you in, show them to you, and so this one had 4 traps on it. So we've got one rat caught in 2 traps. Another trap knocked off and not set off. Where's number 4? And another one knocked off and not set off. These are these double coil spring. I think they're way too hard for a muskrat to set off. Anyway, we'll head over to the next set. Nice part to see is that all the bait is gone off of everywhere, so there are lots of rats here. So I have another one just about 35 yards down the road. More of these double coil spring, and the bait is gone but not set off, either one of them. I think I need to be changing those out. Get some number 1s or some 0s. Okay. Okay, just wanted to show you, I've done 2 more sets. This is something that I've never done before for muskrats. So I've just taken the conibear and put a stick through the springs. Let's be wise and take the safety off. So let's see how that works. These are my last 2 sets of the day. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.